As someone who's lost 125 pounds, I can tell you with absolute certainty that pretty privilege is a real thing. Life at 245 pounds is a whole lot different than life at 120-ish, 25 pounds, depending on the week. People are so much nicer to you when you are conventionally attractive. And I lived it. I lived it at work. I lived it personally. I lived it through relationships. People compliment you when you're attractive, which, okay, that makes sense. If someone thinks you're attractive, they're going to say something nice to you. But imagine going through life and getting no compliments. Pretty hard on your self-esteem. The creator, I mean, he's right. He's absolutely right. Looks matter. And as much as we as humans want to say they don't, that's a lie. And there are sociological studies to prove it. If you look up like attractiveness in the workplace, and I think for women in particular, this is like more potent than with men. Like men, looks, if you're smart, you're probably fine. But women, our looks in particular, open doors that probably wouldn't otherwise be opened.
Looks matter. They matter. I just turned 40 this past March, and one of my biggest regrets is not realizing just how important looks are and how much your appearance matters in this world. Human beings are naturally superficial. It's a part of our biology. It's ingrained in us. We can't help it. We are biased toward treating people who look good better. It's just the facts of life. The faster you realize this and the faster you accept this, the better off you will be in the long run. There are a lot of aspects about yourself that you can't change, but the ones that you can, change them as quickly as possible while you are still young and you have the energy, the flexibility, the agility, the time, and the resources to really work on yourself and your appearance. I'm working on my stuff right now as we speak. I've had a number of health setbacks over the years, but I can tell you that getting on social media and seeing all the reactions that I have gotten to my appearance, not that it has had a psychological impact on me in a way, because I'm fundamentally aware of the fact that, I'm overweight, but I think for me, it was kind of bittersweet just seeing the reaction, because it's like you just realize that as human beings, we just can't help but to be judgmental and to be superficial. And there's no use in trying to fight that. And if you really want to mitigate the stress of constantly worrying about your appearance, work on it. Because it is a fixable issue for most people. For the vast majority of people, it's fixable. You just got to work on it. You just got to take the time, sit down, do your due diligence, and put in the time and effort to really work on your appearance and how you want others to perceive you. Physically, that is. Now, your personality, it's a whole different story. I'm only talking about looks in this particular context. So that being said, if you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, while you still have the energy, while you still have the time, because you may not have kids and a wife yet, please work on yourself. And even after you have kids and a wife, still work on yourself. Work on yourself. Keep up with your appearances, because people are going to judge you whether you want them to or not. So it's just facts of life. There's no use in complaining about it. There's no use in trying to, make videos on TikTok, trying to get other people to, rally against, body shaming, or we got to be more blah, blah, blah. No, just stop. There's no point. It is what it is. Looks matter.
So being on social media the past few years and having quite a bit of my content go viral every now and again, and with people kind of recognizing me every now and again when I go out, I quickly came to realize that, what I say is important, but people stop and look at my video because of the way that I look. Pretty attracts people. People are just attracted to what they consider pretty. And all my life, I've used my pretty privilege to my gain, of course. Like, I'd be crazy not to. I'm not unaware of my pretty privilege giving me jobs, opportunities, putting me in rooms, even to allow me to even have a social media page. You know, it's because of the way I look. So I've used my looks for my own gain my entire life. And I remember when I was younger, I had a youth pastor who asked my youth group, which is pretty much all young women, he asked us, how can you use the way that you look to serve God? And we had never heard that before. So no one was really able to give a good answer. And I never understood that. And that question always stuck in my mind until literally just recently. It just recently clicks for me that the way that I look is not an accident. God made me look this way so that I could be attractive to people and then point them to him, right? So he's allowed me to have a social media page. He's allowed me to have a podcast. He's allowed me to look this way so that I can be a voice, so that people can be first, you know, they might be attracted to how I look, but now I'm talking about God, and you're going to hear about God from me. So I've just recently understood, like, my looks can serve God, because it's going to be like a magnet to people. People are going to draw near to me because of how I look, and I'm pointing you towards God. Like, it's all a channel. And it's just so crazy that, like, years later, I really understood what he was trying to tell us. Like, yeah, you're pretty, sis, like, you're beautiful, but make sure you're using that for God. So, you know, dress modestly, you know, always just be something to where people look at you and they want to be next to you, because looks are very important, but just make sure that you're always pointing them towards God. Like, that's your job with your looks. It's crazy.
Looks matter. They matter.
Literally did not realize this until I was 21 years old. Story time. So it's 2020, and it's the pandemic. I was shut in the house, was locked in the house. So I'm like, well, let's address the elephant in the room. You know, let's try to, you know, lose some weight, change, you know, our diet, eating habits, stuff like that. So boom, I lose some weight during the pandemic, and, you know, I was showered with compliments from family and, you know, family friends and stuff like, oh, you know, we're proud of you. You did it, da 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 da. Which was the first time that I was actually showered by compliments by my family for anything that I did, despite, you know, other stuff I've done. So January 2021, I started school, and for the summer of 2021, I had this like job at a catering place or whatever. You know, after that job, I leave. Fast forward to 2022, I get another job. It was a part-time job at a coffee shop. The worst job I ever had in my fucking life. And I was working full-time hours, even though it was part-time. You know, I was heavily like mistreated by managers, by other coworkers that I did nothing to. It had to be because I was black, because there was nothing else there. I mean, the weight was off, you know, so I mean, there was nothing for them to really judge on. It was just me being black, pretty much. And this fucked up job that I was at, which I stayed way too long, it led to me like being depressed, and it led to me gaining some of the weight back because I was, you know, eating to, you know, distract from the pain. And I kid you not, a family member that I hadn't seen in like a year or so comes to town to visit, and the first thing that they say is a comment about my weight, which, you know, it looking in retrospect, it wasn't even that big of a deal, but it was, because weight was the last thing on my mind. And I literally had put on, this was the beginning, I put on a couple pounds, like nothing crazy, nothing, you know, ridiculous. Like, I didn't gain 50 fucking pounds overnight. And that's when I learned, like, and mind you, I'm in school, like I have a job, like I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to progress my life, but nobody gave a fuck about any of that. They only give a fuck about what you look like to them, and if you are good looking to them, and they treat you like a number on the scale, or, you know, if you weren't blessed with a good physical appearance, they treat you like a monster. So that is when I learned looks matter. Being a good person doesn't fucking matter. I was taught, you know, if you be a good person, it'll take you far, and that looks aren't everything. But that's a fucking lie. Being a good person won't get you shit. Period.
One thing you miss about your ex.
I'm trying to grow my beard, you know, but it's hard for me. I can only go here, but I can't go this. I'm trying to go, but I think genetic plays a big part. I've been cutting it off and then making it look better, but it's been like 6 months, bro. Look at this. I can only go here. I can't go here. Anyways, let's get started. Listen, brother. If anyone ever tell you looks don't matter, ask them this question. Why do I get rejected? Why do you get rejected? Ask them why. And let's see what they say. Let's hear what they say. Because if they tell you it's because you didn't have more game, bro. It's because you didn't have more mouthpiece, bro. Tell them. Yes, tell them that. You have to tell them that. Because looks matter. Obviously, not every single woman or man gonna find you attractive. If you're a woman, watch my video. If you're a man, watch my video. Not every single woman gonna find you attractive. Not every single man gonna find you attractive. However, if you ever tell me that looks don't matter, that's a lie. Because I will say 99.9% of people are shallow. Let's keep it real. 99.9% of people are shallow. Especially social media. Come on. You got Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Facebook. Come on, stop. I was gonna swear. Let me relax, because my video getting demonetized, so I don't want YouTube to. Anyways, if social media is telling you everything you need to know, go on your social media explore page right now. Click on it. What type of videos of woman comes up? What type of picture of woman comes up? Have you ever seen an overweight woman? I can't really say FAT because YouTube got a problem with me. They've been demonetizing my video, bro, because I thought it was free speech. I can't even say FAT, bro. I can't even say that. Anyways, have you ever seen a FAT man or woman on your explore page? Write it down in the comment section. You never. Why do you think? Because they know for a fact they want to get a lot of likes or views. Why do you watch my videos? Because I'm in shape, right? If I was overweight telling you to go to the gym, would you go to the gym? Would you? Don't lie to you. Don't lie to myself. Don't lie. If I was overweight and told you to go to the gym, to do this, to do that, woman like this, woman like that, woman like that, would you believe me? Hell no. Exactly. Because you want evidence. Like that woman said, that black woman in the clip said, because of her looks, she get a lot of views on her channel, on her TikTok, speaking about God. If she was overweight, would you watch the video? Stop. You see, I hate when my video is all messed up because I can't really swear. I can't really speak myself. I can't really say YouTube, man. Give me free speech, man. Come on, stop. Anyway, listen, brother. I'm gonna make this video short and simple. Looks do matter, and if anyone tell you that, tell them again to come and watch this video. I'm gonna keep exposing everyone. I don't care if you're a man or woman or a kid, an animal. I'm gonna expose everyone. 2025, it's time to stop the BS. Let's tell the truth. And thank you for watching, and God bless.